The kangaroo rat is a species native to the desert biome. In this video, we will show you how the species and the entire biome will be impacted with the addition of a particular trait. Although it has the word kangaroo in its name, the kangaroo rat is not a marsupial. It lives in the desert and feeds on seeds and leaves since it is a primary consumer. The kangaroo rat has cheek pouches to store its food rather than a regular pouch to hold its offspring. However, its main resemblance to the kangaroo is from its strong hind legs that allow it to hop. Unfortunately, the average kangaroo rat has a rather short lifespan of only 3 to 5 years. But we have the ability to change that. This is Kevin. Kevin, as you can see, is a kangaroo rat who comes from a long line of other kangaroo rats. What makes Kevin unique is that he possesses a specific trait, a pouch. He got this trait from the DNA of a kangaroo when his predecessor was injected and mutated to have that pouch. He uses it to hold the offspring of both him and his mate. The kangaroo rat's pouch, or in other words, Kevin's pouch, is an inherited trait. Of his long line of kangaroo rat ancestry, only a few members have possessed the trait, although many have been carriers of the trait. Since the trait is recessive in Kevin's family tree, only those who are homozygous recessive actually had the trait within their phenotype, Kevin being one of them. With the addition of the trait, the kangaroo rat becomes a marsupial and therefore has the skill to raise their young within the pouch. Typically, only female marsupials have the pouch. However, in this scenario, we are not limiting that trait to just one gender. There are various benefits to having a pouch for the offspring of a species. First, the pouch provides protection for the offspring of the kangaroo rats. Normally, kangaroo rats are just born into the wild straight off. However, with an added pouch, they have the time to grow and become accustomed to life before they are finally released. Also, a major reason why a lot of kangaroo rat babies die is because a predator catches them before they are able to mature. The pouch enables the parent to keep a better watch over his or her offspring so that they are not pounced on before they have the chance to grow. This also ties in with how they have less of a chance of falling in harm's way. Finally, we are hoping to have the pouch increase the normal lifespan of a kangaroo rat, which is 3 to 5 years. In the pouch, they will be able to develop and be nurtured in a safer environment, which may be a factor in increasing their lifespan by even just a year. Here we have a pedigree of Kevin's family, since we are using him as an example. Squares are males and circles are females. The shaded in shapes symbolize those with the trait, and the white shapes symbolize those without. In Kevin's ancestry, we see that when his grandfather mated with his grandmother was a homozygous recessive carrier of the trait, while his grandfather was normal, but he had to be heterozygous for the trait. Of their children, only Aunt Susie was homozygous recessive, while Uncle Pete and Kevin's father were heterozygous dominant. Kevin's father married his mother, who was also heterozygous dominant for the trait, leaving Kevin ultimately as a homozygous recessive possessor of the pouch. The way the trait came to be within the kangaroo rat is through extracted DNA. DNA from a kangaroo would be extracted and stored in cold containers in order to preserve the nitrogenous bases in the DNA. Then, the DNA of the kangaroo is injected into a kangaroo rat in order to ensure the mutation takes place and to provide the genetic coding for the trait of the pouch. The inserted DNA changes the base pairs of the kangaroo rat's original DNA, which then changes the protein and then the amino acids. Therefore, the protein, necessary for all living things, changes the trait, giving the kangaroo rat a pouch. The trait is inherited from parent to child by meiosis. In meiosis, the diploid cells split after many phases and form 4 haploid cells, containing half the chromosomes that the offspring needs. When the two gametes from the mother and the father are formed and combine so that the offspring will have the appropriate number of chromosomes to survive. The trait will be transmitted from the parent to the offspring and code the genotype and phenotype. This is how both genetics and meiosis tie into the inheritance of specific traits. There's a few pieces of biotechnology that are utilized in the implementation of the pouch of a kangaroo rat. Syringes are used to extract the DNA from the kangaroo. The DNA is stored in huge capacity freezing containers in order to preserve the DNA. Finally, in order to put it in the kangaroo rat, a needle is utilized for the injection process. All of these are specified for this purpose only. Also, for statistic purpose, space technology has developed to calculate the overall kangaroo rat population as well as the unique one with pouches. This would be located on a specified space shuttle. The pouch would benefit the biome as a whole for multiple reasons. The pouched kangaroo rats are primary consumers, so they only eat seeds and leaves, whereas the secondary consumers in the desert often prey on the kangaroo rats. If the pouch can protect the offspring and nurture them before they are exposed to the wild, then they will be healthier for the secondary consumers to eat. Healthier animals equal healthier meals. Therefore, it benefits the secondary and tertiary consumers as well. Plus, more kangaroo rats will be in existence since less of them will be killed prematurely, which means more prey for the secondary consumers too. The added pouch has the ability to benefit the entire food web and the desert biome. This is the final transformation of the unpouched and pouched kangaroo rat. As you can see, the pouched kangaroo rat has many benefits to the overall desert biome, as well as the kangaroo rat species. Thank you for watching.